Hey! What's going on, everybody? It's BK here. I just have to make sure that the connection. All right, there we go. The connection should be okay. It's gonna be a relatively brief video, but for any of you who want to actually, hang on a second. Let me see if I can fix the light there. I can't actually fix the light because well, there you go. That's maybe a little bit better. Everybody, Billy Keels, that is my name. I am a guy who loves working in the multinational. I really enjoy investing in cash flowing assets, doing that back in the United States. But sometimes you get views like this and it means, well, except for that kind of thing right there, that's a little bit weird. But anyway, I love talking to and helping other multinational people, and especially if you're in IT, if you're in telco, if you're in pharma, we tend to jive. If you're in sales, like that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. So that's, these are the people that I'm really out there helping as of today. And so I've kind of talked about how you can live in one place and invest in another. I've got a free ebook. You can go to keeponcashflow.com/roadmap. You can pick that up. My hands are a little bit, I've got one hand on the camera and the other hand's here, so I can't really type that in. I know a number of you are helpful, and if you could type that in, that would be really, really cool. But today's just a quick blast, right? Because especially those of us who are working in the 9-to-5 and we're in these demanding jobs and we're doing something else on the side. Like, I used to be really, really nervous and afraid, and because I was afraid of the perception of what the company would say. And then I realized that I work for a company that is very accepting. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing during your job, like, you should have a life outside of the job. And so some people dedicate that 100% to playing with their kids. Some people do that watching TV or going to the bars all night every night. I choose to do family time and focus on building a business so that and I've been doing that for quite a long time, like 6 years almost now. Living both lives. I've even written a blog about that before. But the thing is, there's always people that want to kind of, especially like if you're out there and you're doing this, and I mean working in a multinational, and you may be someone who is building a business on the side, or you're spending your time understanding more about how you can invest your time, invest your money, so that you can make better decisions for yourself, for your family. But you're not thinking and doing your job 24 hours a day because you have family, because you have interests, because you like sports, or you want to spend your time and energy building a business. And so sometimes, especially if you put yourself out there and you start talking about your interests to other people, they may not necessarily like it. And you know what? That's quite all right. Because today, and I just want you to know, like, this happened to me today. So I had a colleague, I think it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, but it's just to remind everybody out there that no matter what you do, as soon as you share what your goals and dreams with other people, you're opening yourself up to criticism. So even though you're overperforming in your job and you're doing what you're doing, like today, I got a colleague that said, you should be doing less videos and focusing more of your time on work. I'm like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Am I performing with my job well? Yes. Am I still working the amount of time and getting the results that my company works for? Well, yeah. In the grand majority of that, yes. And so I wanted to share that with you, like, because even if you are doing all the right things and you should be moving forward and you're performing in your job, as soon as you put yourself out there and you let people know that you're interested in doing other things, then you can definitely open yourself up to some criticism. But don't worry about it. Keep doing your job. Hola, Cristal. ¿Qué tal? Hey! Alegro de verte. I owe you something, by the way. We'll sit down next week, by the way. Next week we will definitely sit down. Cristal's one of the coolest people anyone could meet. She's awesome. So really, I just wanted to share that. Hola. I don't want you, if you get criticized, it's part of it. Like, it's part of it. But just make sure that you're doing your job, you're continuing to do what you are supposed to do, and be okay about having a life outside of your 9-to-5. Like, that's okay. It should be part of it. It helps me, actually, having things outside of my 9-to-5. It allows me to come in and be super laser focused. on my clients, on my team members, on all the things that are around me. So actually, speaking of which, Cristal is here, and we're working on something so we can bring some more value even to people that are working around us. So I'm really excited about that, by the way. Super excited. Anyway, listen, everybody, have a great day. If you haven't already, as I mentioned before, I've written an ebook for you. You can pick it up at keeponcashflow.com/roadmap. Like I said, there's a course that happens afterwards, but don't worry about that. When you're serious enough and it makes sense, you'll do that. But just pick up the ebook. It really talks about the step-by-step process that I followed, living in Europe, working in a multinational, loving it, and then being able to invest in cash flowing assets, building a business back in the United States. So keeponcashflow.com/roadmap. Hope everybody has a great day. The sun is blurring and blasting my eyes. Cristal, thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing. And we'll talk to you very soon. Hasta la próxima. Ciao.